Hey guys, I'm just here to show you how to do a nice traditional French braid. And the first thing you always want to do is make sure you get all those flyaways tamed down so that way you don't cause any tangles and it'll be a super easy application. So after you make that nice clean section, you're going to find your 3 pieces of hair to start your French braid. And to do a French braid, all you're going to do is basically doing a traditional braid but adding more hair to the sides. A lot of people like to know, they try to figure out how to maneuver their hands when doing this braid. Just remember, outside pieces cross over the middle piece. They cross over on top. So once you cross both those strands over, secure them in your fingers, and all you're going to do is just slide more hair. And you're going to need that nice clean section like that. Otherwise, it can look extremely messy if you don't keep it nice and neat. So continue to do that. Cross it over that middle piece. Grab a little extra hair on the other side. And then you're adding that hair to the outside pieces only. The one thing you really have to learn is just how to use your fingers and keep all 3 strands nice neatly away from each other so you don't cause any tangles. But practice makes perfect, so if you got a little one at home or a girlfriend that you can just play with their hair, practice this technique. It's super easy. Just remember, outside pieces cross over on top of the middle piece. Right here, you gotta have them dip their head down because their hairline curves, their head curves. So if you have them looking straight up, you're gonna get some loose strands in the nape and it just looks bad. So have them put their head down so that way you can make it nice and tight in the nape there. Once you got all the hair secured, just braid away. Sorry, I didn't realize I was so close to the camera when I was filming this part because I know it's focusing on my hair. But I'm just going to continue this braid all the way down. And again, just going to show you in slow motion just to cross over. So for beginners, just try a traditional braid like this. So that way you just get used to the hand motions on how to do a traditional braid, and then you can step up your game and add more hair to make it into a French braid. I'm going to finish this braid up, and then I'll show you too. If you want to make it a little bit more playful, very lightly pull out those side pieces and kind of fluff it up a little bit. This way, if you end up doing 2 traditional braids, or I should say 2 traditional French braids, you can make the cutest little updo in the back by fluffing out your braids and whipping them around and throwing some bobby pins in, and it turns out to be a really, really fun style. That's my son talking. So with this side, I'm going to show you guys how to do a Dutch braid. I just love her red hair. I color her hair too, so it's just gorgeous. I had to show it off for a second. So the same with the Dutch braid is very similar to a French braid, but all you're doing, instead of crossing over, you're going under. So the outside pieces go under the middle piece. So basically that middle piece is the one that's crossing over on top. Middle guy is on top, side pieces are on the bottom. So again, middle guy swings over on top. Secure those pieces in your hand. So with this style, your braid becomes chunky. It stands out more, and that's the best way for me to describe it, but you'll also see. So making sure you got your clean sections every time you add more hair into your braid. Middle piece swings over on top. Outside pieces swing underneath. Add a little bit of hair to the outside pieces. And remember, the smaller slices that you want to add into the braid, the smaller sectionings, the tighter the braid. The bigger sectionings, the looser the braid. So once you get the hang of it, and you can master a really tight braid, you can have that braid end for days. It's nice and secure that way. So again, adding the hair, outside pieces go underneath that middle piece. Just like so. clean section of hair, taking in every little piece. He is so talkative today. Oh my goodness. And now you can start to see the effect of this braid, how it's standing out more than the traditional braid. These are the braids that I always do for weddings, just because you can fluff these out really, really obnoxiously in the best way. So that way you get a very playful style. The braid looks really big and poofy, and it just works great for really cute updos. Remember, that middle piece crosses over. I always think like the middle piece is the boss, and in a traditional braid, the outside pieces are the boss. Yeah, Theodore? What are you doing, you silly boy? He's just talking away. So I'm going to fast forward the rest of this braiding technique, and just remember to dip that head down so that way it's nice and tight in the nape. This is definitely like the tightest braid technique that you can do for your hair that would last days. And I'll show you now how I fluff out these braids. It's so easy, but be gentle. Less is more with these braids, but grab the outside pieces and very lightly start pulling them loose. You're not going to want to grab single strands. You're going to grab the whole thing so they all come out together and fluff out evenly. If you grab little strands, yeah, it's just going to be a mess. But you can see how this one stands out and sticks out versus the traditional braid. I wanted to show you guys as well, so if you did 2 French braids or Dutch braids, how easy it would be to make the cutest bun updo by twisting the 2 braids, and all you're going to do is secure it and twist it around. Bobby pin, bobby pin, bobby pin. You're going to want to bobby pin the outside pieces of the braid, and since everything's all braided together, it's really easy to secure those bobby pins. Braids are such a great technique for any updo style, so that way you have more security when you place those bobby pins in. It will last all day. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you try out these techniques. They're super easy once you get the hang of it, but this is how you do a French braid and a Dutch braid. And here is the noisy little mister making all the commotion. Bye guys!